Thanks for staying with us on News Special. We have been talking about the budget 2011 with the students of the Madras School of Economics, have been gathering different points of view. And we're going to start by asking in this segment whether the common man, the Aam Aadmi, has really gained anything from the budget this year, whether he's been left with more money in his pocket or whether he's been left in the lurch. Sugam?
Yeah, whenever we discuss about budget, we always talk about common men, like who are the common men are.
Yes.
Is it like someone like us, studying youth like us, or is it someone like who is in the corporate sector? Or the common man can also be who is residing in villages. You have to define the common man. But what I see about this budget is like, say at the same time we cannot make happy everybody.
Right.
The thing is that the initiative hasn't made, but it's still a miles to go. And that's what I feel about this budget.
Okay, you almost sounded like Robert Frost there. Miles to go before we sleep. Mayur, anything in it for the common man, you believe that we've gained a lot?
Yeah, common can gain a lot. If I talk about the rural area, the government has decided to expand the Anganwadi, which will help to improve the standard living of the poor people,
Right.
try to increase the education level of the children.
Right,
And on the other hand, if we talk about the tax slab,
right.
so they has increased the tax exemption from 1.6 to
Yes.
1.8
Yes.
lakh. So it will help for the individuals to save more money. But the effect of this, maybe in the next year there would be an inflation because they have more cash in their hand, so they will spend more.
Okay.
So on the other hand, if we talk about the budget as a whole, it's a cautious budget. It's a revenue neutral kind of budget.
Revenue neutral, okay.
So
Okay, now that you brought in the tax exemption limit, I will have to ask this. Trinity, the tax exemption has been increased for the men to 1.8, but the one for the women has been untouched. Is he sending in some message, through that, as in, equality maybe, keeping us on level standards, or have you really missed out on something like that as women?
I think, they didn't do anything for the women this time, and they have increased the slab for the men.
Men, yes.
So, somewhere it stings to the biasness towards the women.
Okay.
That has always been an issue in India.
Okay.
And apart from that, if I talk about common man, I don't think budget really did anything this time for the common man. Especially when you look into service tax.
Yes.
Yeah, they have increased the service tax for in medical services, in legal offices.
Oh, yes.
And in many other things, which are going to hit the common man's pocket very hard.
Right.
And I
Or
think...
burn his pocket rather.
Yeah, really, I think so.
Okay. Also, very senior citizens is a new category that's featured in this budget. Somebody above 80 years old, even senior citizens for that matter. They've brought down the age from 65 to 60. But that very senior citizens announcement that there will be tax exemption to up to 5 lakh rupees. Is that a common man? I mean, above 80 years of age and up to 5 lakh, is that the ideal common man of India?
And Pranab Babu thinks like that, and it doesn't seem the right way. Actually, I think we should have approached it in a different way, but Pranab Babu thinks that is totally a different way. But I have a different issue about the unorganized sector, and we are started to charge people in the legal and as well as insurance sector and hotels, and these are all the service sectors, and we are known for unorganized service sector. And when we talk about unorganized service sector, when are we going to take that into the organized service sector? Is there any point laid down for that? And I don't think anything is towards it, and no one thinks about it, and no one lays any point. And if we talk about the developed countries, they have organized service sector and they are imposing taxes. And when we are going to convert this unorganized into organized sector, and when are we going to charge them? And only then we'll have the inclusive growth, and otherwise it is not going to happen in a right manner.
Okay. I want to now shift focus to us, the young people of India. For us, what do we have in it? In terms of, we know that there are new service taxes now on hotels with AC serving liquor, hotels which are above the rent of 1,000, even in terms of hospitals which have central air conditioning, life insurance schemes. These are things that we're all, going to be using frequently at this age. I mean, even after that. But as young people, have we lost out in the budget, or do we have something in it?
Well, actually, if we consider this thing that hotels and restaurants, we are to
even
pay
mobile
more.
phones and I'm talking about the
phones and
others as
all,
well. Yeah.
We have to pay more now. So in that way, it is like we are, maybe it might seem we are losing out somewhere. But then again, on second thoughts, I might say that might be there's a hint of environmental touch here, like ACs,
Right.
you know, that CFC and all that, that's polluting the environment. We, as you know, youths, we are going to be the future citizens. We are the citizens of today.
Future leaders of
Future
tomorrow,
leaders,
yeah.
of tomorrow. And then we actually, if there might be a hint of environmentalism in here, which I think I really like support.
Okay, now that you brought in the environment, you're suggesting maybe it's a green budget also somewhere down the line,
Somewhere
yeah?
down the line.
Okay, let's bring in the agriculture sector, which has had a lot to gain from here in terms of, you know, the allocations. There has been a bonanza for the farmers. The food security bill is also going to be soon introduced. That's been impending for some time. Is that a good sign for a country like India, which has been, you know, having a lot of it in the agricultural sector? I mean, we've been an agricultural country.
Well, to start with, I would say it in a way that beauty lies in the eyes of beholder. Now, you know, the reason to start this way is, first of all, as you said, the farmers have gained a bit because the credit finance has increased 1 lakh crore, but the irony still is there, that is, you know, the amount of increment which farmers got is much less than one small scam of, you know, 2G spectrum.
Right.
So that still is there. And one more thing, very important, I would request by you, I'm taking you as a medium, please make policies to, you know, to make the agriculture as a professional career for youth also.
Right.
Because the majority of population in India still belongs to this sector. And if today's youth neglects it, only God knows what is going to happen. And all these economies and all this welfareness, the attempted welfare things of farmers will go to the trash.
Right.
So,
you know, while you're preaching that, I want to also pose this question to you, because MS Swaminathan, and a renowned agricultural scientist, has said that while this budget has been presented, it lacks vision, it lacks strategy, it lacks the attraction for youth into farming. Would you actually take it up as a career? If you're saying that, you know, we must have plenty of options to take it up as a career, would you give up an MNC which is paying you nice, fat package to maybe a farming career?
Definitely not.
Really? Honestly?
Yeah,
You wouldn't?
I will not.
Okay.
The reason, because there is not much of encouragement in agricultural sector, not only agriculture sector, in any unorganized sector. So in this budget, if you see, like many of my friends said, that tax exemption limit has been increased, and we are giving more money to in common man's pocket.
Right.
But let's not forget that there are many people who doesn't have income, beyond 1.5 lakhs per annum. So there is nothing for people of that category, and I think something has to be done. And as my friend said, that common man has been benefited much from this budget. I am quite eager to see how R.K. Laxman will be painting his common man in the next year.
Okay. Okay, one last comment again about, you know, whether there's enough appetite for an agricultural job or an agrarian a job for among the youth of today. While he says he's not going to maybe take it, he's spoken frankly. Do you think there's quite an appetite for the youngsters of today to take up something in that sector?
There would be an appetite if there's transparency in the system. If there's trickle-down effect and we are getting the right sort of advantages that is promised by the budget, I am damn sure that all the youth in the country of India today would definitely take up a job in agriculture if they are getting the right sort of advantages that was promised to them. So, a corporate sector versus agricultural sector, I guess the main issue here would be the gains. How much would you gain from an employability in agriculture sector or the corporate sector? If the government is providing advantages, why not I choose for agriculture sector? That's
Okay,
fine.
yeah. So if there are perks, why not? Give it a try, right? Okay, we have to wrap this segment, move into the next one where we are going to maybe personalize this a little bit more, because we are from Tamil Nadu, which is poll bound along with 4 other states. Is it then an election budget? Who is the final target of the budget of 2011? We're going to give that a tag, okay? So that's coming up in the last and final segment of You Special. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.